Coming up, a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
On 2.
They'll start on the ground with Moss. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 19 and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now a 2nd and 2. Burrow will throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Here we go. A gain of 7. First down, Bengals.
Now Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Burrow looking to pass. He'll swing this out to Moss. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Moss on the give up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. Zach Moss with touchdown number 29, 2 short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Bengals are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. Mahomes going to change things up. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The Chiefs had 10-5 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Open man right side is Rice. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Out to his left. This is caught. It's Brown. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17. Into the red zone. First down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Touchdown! Isaiah Pacheco. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle here with Moss. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll go again here with Moss. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Moss trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Moss again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Zach Moss. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. They go play fake. Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Right back to Moss. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit, because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him, because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, you know me. Whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kid who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Moss out of the shotgun. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
1st down, here's Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Moss. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. 3rd down, here's a run by Moss. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. McPherson's kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he'll elect not to run with it. A fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here now, 2nd and 4. They fake the give. Now Mahomes rolling to his left. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Mahomes going to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Butker's kick here is good, and that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Here we go.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
15.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Running left to give to Pacheco. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
A handoff now for Pacheco. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, that he opted for the touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Play action. It's Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 28 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They'll run out of the gun with Moss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Got a man open. It's Chase. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to make it 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know You're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco once again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Moss on the give up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. He's got his target. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll run here with Moss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Moss once more, but he will go backwards as he stopped for a loss. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Burrow will throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Trenton Irwin, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. B.J. Hill has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
They'll go up the middle here with Moss. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They'll go again here with Moss. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On the handoff, running left, Moss. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So that not just important to the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
And the Bengals first down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
On the give, this is Moss. And maybe a measure.